This tutorial is for beginners looking to set up and monetize a WordPress blog. I will cover the topics on the left. The costs on the right have to do with what I use to create entrepreneurialexperiments.com, but I will show you other options that will allow you to make a similar site for free. And if you want to see how much money I make from this venture and others, please see the financials page at entrepreneurialexperiments.com. First, I did not go to WordPress.com to start the site, and here's why. Even though there's a free option, I knew I wanted to use video and I would have to pay, and their cost is about $100. Bluehost.com has much cheaper options, and they let you use whatever domain name you want. You don't have, in other words, you don't have to use .wordpress in your URL. So I chose the 12-month option just because I don't know if the site's going to make any money, and I did not get any additional upgrades. So first you go to Control Panel, and if you go to the Help section, there's some how-to videos there that I definitely think you should check out. I'll just show you how to get started though. So first on that Control Panel page, you go to the Site Builders menu and you click on the WordPress icon. You go to Install, choose the latest version, and then you're all set. Just click on that site URL and your site will look something like this at the moment. If you click on the login URL, you can then log in and you can start customizing your site. If you go to Appearances and then Themes and then Install Themes, you can easily find a featured theme or the latest ones that have been added. And if you find anything you like, then use it. But if you don't find anything you like, you can go to a third party and find a different theme and install it. These are the directions I'll follow to do that. So I went to wpshowers.com and found a theme called Blog'em that I really liked. I just clicked on that, went to download, and then I went back to the cPanel of Bluehost and I went to File Manager. Then I clicked on WebRoot and typed in this in the search field, went to Browse, found Blog'em, extracted it, clicked it, then extracted it, hit extract again, and then now it shows up in my available themes. Next, you just have to click Activate. This is in WordPress, and then you're all set. Now to monetize it, the first thing I used was AdSense. Google says it'll take about a week, or it could take up to a week, but mine took only like 3 or 4 days. They have some strict guidelines that you want to follow. Basically, just don't put anything inappropriate on your site, and don't tell people to click on your ads or say you'll give them money if you click on their ads or anything like that. When you sign up and make your account, they'll walk you through everything. Basically, if you don't have a business structure, you can sign up as an individual. Just give them your social security number and your bank routing number and stuff like that to make the money. To make your first ad, click on My Ads, then go to New Ad Unit, and then you can customize your ad right here with the size and type. You can also view it in advance at that first arrow, and then just hit Save, and it's going to give you the code that you need. So just copy that and then go back to WordPress, go to Plugins, Add New, and then search for AdSense, and you'll find this Comuna AdSense plugin. Just hit Install Now, go to Activate the plugin, then go to Settings, and there's where you type in the code that you copied when you made the ad. But you're not done yet. You want to select Sidebar, or wherever you want to put it. I put mine in the sidebar, and then I had to drag it from the widgets. This is in the Appearance Widgets section. I had to drag it into the sidebar itself, so it would, that's where it would show up. I didn't fill out my information yet, so that's where it would end up once my information was approved. Like, they checked my site, the ad showed up. You can see it gets cut off though. So here's how you can fix that. If you go back to your widgets and you go to Visit Plugin Site, it'll bring you to Comuna and you'll be able to make a profile. Then just go to Edit, and then you can you can create a new ad in Google AdSense, and then copy the new code and put it in that box right there. Then I went to Amazon. Down at the bottom, you can click on Become an Affiliate. They'll give you an ID that basically gets put into the code for an ad, and then that way they track it back to you, and that's how you make your money. But if you just click on get link, if I search for a lamp right here, I click on that bottom get link. I'll show you why. It brings you to this page. That's the kind of ad that I want. It has all the information, the price, and the picture. And you can see I have blacked out how it has my ID in there. So they'll install it automatically in there. You just copy that code, then go to the HTML page of a post and post it in there, and that's what it'll look like. So you can, put that in the HTML, and then um, it'll show up in the bottom of your post. Now that we've got our monetization set up, I'll show you how I make my content. Basically, I use what's called a screencasting. It's like a print screen video of your screen. I'm using QuickTime to do it, but you can also use Screencast-O-Matic. They have a free option where you just have a watermark and a couple of less features. There's also Snaps Pro and Cam Studio. I had a couple of sound issues when I tried with some of these, so you might want to go to Audacity and then look up some YouTube videos on how to take out the background noise of those. So you can do it all for free. It just takes a little bit extra effort. So what I did was I went to QuickTime. If that new screen recording is grayed out, then you can just click on it and it'll give you an option to buy it, a newer version. So I bought that. It was 30 bucks. Then you go to download iTunes to download it. And make sure you get your registration code. Just copy that, put that into the registration section of QuickTime. And then if you go to About This Mac and you don't have 10.6.3, which is Snow Leopard, then you won't be able to use the screencasting feature. So I had to upgrade. I just went to the App Store. Now you can see I have 10.6.3. The only thing is with Snow Leopard, you can only take a screencast of the entire screen. Oh, by the way, that's the icon you need to, when you have that icon, that's when you know you're able to use a screencast. So I upgraded to Mountain Lion to be able to take a screencast of just part of the screen. And when you go to QuickTime, that new screen recording will now be bold, and you can I added a headset for better sound. I used a Logitech. It looks like that. It was $50. And if you want to paste it into like a PowerPoint, you're going to have to trim before because PowerPoint for Macs doesn't have the trim option. So you have to trim it before. It's easy. You just go to Edit and go to Trim, and you just drag that yellow line from the front or the back to cut off the ends. And then you add it into the media section, that bottom right icon. And there's plenty of other ways to customize the video in PowerPoint 2010. So what I did is all I do is I put it in PowerPoint, and then I take a screencasting of just the screen, the slides, and this is not optimal because I have to do everything in one take, but I just had too many problems with converting it to other methods, or using other methods to convert it to a video. And also I didn't want to use anything like SlideShare because then I have to have my presentation on their site. I wanted this all for myself. I just wanted to have the video myself. Then for FeedBurner, so when you create content, let's say you're not going to create content very often and you want people to have a quick and easy way to see if there's something new on your site, you would create a FeedBurner. So here's the instructions for reference that I'll be going through if you want to go back to it. First, just go to feedburner.google.com, enter your URL. I choose RSS, gave it a title, and that was it. Just so you know, if anyone told you you could monetize a FeedBurner, they're going to end that feature, so you won't be able to. So instead, I went to Edit Feed Details. I copied the link. Then I go to Widgets, and I again had to drag the FeedBurner form to the sidebar because that's where I wanted it. I expanded it, pasted that link, gave it the name, said how many items I want to display, like recent posts. then that shows up in my sidebar. Now when users click on that, they can subscribe and they can put it in like their toolbar or something like that. There I have it, so they can just hover over, that feed and see what the latest post is, so they know if there's anything fresh on your site. Once you start creating content, actually as soon as you create the site, you're going to get spam. I didn't even have, any real people come to my site before I had spam. It looked like this. So I used Akismet, which is a spam filter. Just do a search for it in plugins. Just go and get your key. To sign up, I got the Pro, which was $5 a month, and you can choose your billing options. Okay, then you go back to your WordPress account, you paste your key into that box, and then also you can customize your posts. Like when you go to discussion, you can allow people to, make them fill in their email to post or whatever. So there's lots of different options to limit the spam. And you also want to mark any spam that you do have so that the system knows that it's spam and it knows to block it in the future. And here is you'll also give you stats to show you what you're paying for. So if you have any other questions, you can reach me at entrepreneurialexperiments.com and look for some other how-to videos for other ventures. Thanks.